Hey guys, so today I made a crazy play here on Beyond Meat and I gained around $600 to $700 in around 10 minutes time here trading Beyond Meat. And one of the main reasons why I want to bring this play to you guys is because of the fact that a lot of you are very interested in seeing swing trading here on the channel. So I kind of want to show a few of the reasons why I was in this trade and how I was able to profit so greatly in such a short amount of time here. Now, if we do look at Beyond Meat, it was similar to the rest of the market overall. In the morning, it opened up very red. However, in the afternoon, it was able to spike up around one or two times here. You can see that around 10:14, it was back up at the 131 level. And Robinhood doesn't show it, but when we pass over to the trading view, you're going to be able to see it a lot more clearly here. And what really happened on the hour chart, you'll be able to see how much I actually was able to profit, even $2 or $3 more than what's shown here on Robinhood. So one of the main reasons I was trading Beyond Meat is because you can only see here from the chart that they have been very up and down in the last 3 months. And as a swing trader, this is potentially the perfect stock to be trading, as we like to see a lot of up and down momentum, especially in a short period of time, in order to make a lot of money and a big return on potentially a stock that is going to be moving a lot. So Beyond Meat is one of those plays that I've been watching for the last few weeks, especially in the 3 months time frame. As you can see that they are kind of in a channel here around from the 124, 125 level all the way up to the 145 level. So on Robinhood, you can't really do analysis. Like I always tell you guys, it's not good to use Robinhood for your analysis. You're just literally looking at lines on a graph here. You're not doing any type of level analysis, any type of technical analysis, and you can't even see real-time data. So that's why I always recommend tradingview.com in order to see exactly what's happening with the stock in real time and in order to see candlesticks and what has happened as far as a high and a low. So one of the reasons why I was trading, like I said, Beyond Meat, is that they were in this 120 to 145 range here for the last few months. You can see that they had a huge breakout here and used it then as resistance, came back up to the 160, but then unfortunately broke below and weren't able to hit new highs here. Now, I was trading this 125 level more specifically because as you can see here, they were able to retest this level once, twice, and even 3 times here in the last week. So if a stock doesn't break through on the third or fourth time, I like to consider that to be a strong trend and kind of consider that to be a very good indication that they might have a reversal coming soon, or that this level is essentially a very, very strong level and is not going to be broken by the stock unless we see some kind of news event or some kind of other type of momentum that we weren't expecting here. So I like to trade Beyond Meat, and I waited for them to hit this level, the 125, and I was looking for a bounce here to around the 135 to the 134.50 range before I looked to kind of reconsider my position and whether or not I was going to stay in or sell out. So today I went in on the 127 when I saw them actually hit the one. So like I always try to tell people, you don't want to just trade based on an instinct or based on the fact that you have these levels marked out even, because as you can see here, the 125 has been broken in the past, and although we did trade up above that, you don't want to be sweating for these 2, 3, 4 days where Beyond Meat is coming back up to this level and you potentially don't know whether or not you're going to be making a return or whether or not your investment and money is safe. So it's always better to kind of wait for confirmation before you come in on a play and before you kind of consider whether or not a move is good to make, or you're just looking at another quick reversal and not necessarily an overall trend reversal like how we could potentially see here on Beyond. Now, like I said, I was watching for the 125 level, and when I saw them break below, I figured that they might have a chance of, since this was the third retest, one, two, three, of coming below this level and potentially continuing downwards, like you see here on the blue arrow, where they could come down all the way maybe to the 120, where their next support is. However, I did hear that they were having some news of kind of making a partnership with Kentucky Fried Chicken as a brand, and one of the main reasons why I kind of do like that deal is because they've had a lot of other type of partnerships fall through in the past, and honestly any type of news kind of showing that they're going to be having a new one, is probably going to affect them more strongly now that a lot of more traders are in on this stock and watching it closely and potentially wary of what happened in the past. Then a good news deal will move the stock a lot more. So I was kind of waiting on whether or not the KFC news would be happening. And around the 126 level, you can see here on the hour chart that we started to see a green candle start to form. So I came in at the confirmation, which I put at around the SMA, or the moving average, for the 50-day or the 200-day. And kind of it was about to hit that level. You can see here that I have the 9-day as well on TradingView. And when I saw that the candle had come up above the last candle, the 127.50, I bought in, and I bought in for around 127.30, so a little bit early. But honestly, guys, I was excited to make this play because I didn't want to miss out on the Kentucky Fried Chicken news here. And you can see that the candle actually ripped as soon as the news came out all the way to the 133 range. So my 100 share investment, which was around 10K, I think, came all the way up to around $1,600 at the end of the trade. I sold it for around $133.10 or something like that. And honestly, this is what I always try to tell people: don't get greedy. Now, I was considering holding this until this resistance you can see right here around the 134.50, where we see a lot of candles grouped up and where we see the top of this trade reverse back. But then I decided against it because honestly, $600 profit in a day is a lot more than what I was expecting, and is honestly a very good day for me. So I'd rather leave the trade and reconsider my position and potentially maybe come back in on a pullback than unfortunately holding a trade and then maybe losing hundreds of dollars in the process, which you can see is exactly what happened here. You can see from the trade that they were all the way up at 133, and unfortunately right after pulled back all the way to 127.99, so almost the price that I bought it at, literally 60 cents above. So that wouldn't have been a profitable trade, or at least not what I consider to be a very, very successful trade. So I'm glad that I did sell it when I did, and honestly I think that Beyond Meat has a lot of potential to maybe continue trading here in the smaller section on this range of 127.50, and kind of come back all the way to the 120 if this news comes out negative. So if the news comes out that it's not true, or that the price is not going to be what they thought, or that they're not going to sell as many items as they thought, then I think that they're going to be pulling back to the 120. However, if this is a good move and they do come out with a partnership with Kentucky Fried Chicken, then I think that they're going to be able to reverse to around the 142. And honestly, the best move for us as traders would be if they come down to the bottom of their range and then back up. But honestly, like you saw here, they did have a strong reversal at the 125 before, so I wouldn't think it's too crazy if they did reverse all the way to the 142 as a result of this news and as a result of the strong technicals that this stock has. Now, you can see that the RSI is just okay, like there's nothing special going on with the MACD or the RSI. However, the MACD looks like it might be trying to flip negative here. Like I said, I thought they were going to pull back all the way to the 120 before running up, but I came in a little early, and that's why it's always important to set your stop loss. My stop loss was set around 125.50, so if they did come down $2 to the bottom of this range, then I would sell out, because potentially that could mean that they're going to see a retracement to the 118, and my account simply can't take that risk. So I guess it was a good trade here. It was a very, very lucky event with the KFC going positively, and with the technical analysis, I was able to kind of see that my trade was going to be profitable in the long run. However, in the short run, I did get lucky, and I was fortunate enough to be in on the trade when I was, and I was able to cash out at the 133 range, total of $600 on the trade in only 10 minutes, guys. So yeah, like always, I always tell you guys, set up these levels, just keep a close eye out on these type of ranges, on these price support and resistances, because you can see that stocks very much respect these levels. Now, one of the things that I do tell traders is not every single pip is going to be a level, not every single cent is going to be a level, but these key times when it reverses, when it hits multiple times at the same price and continues going the other direction here. For example, at this 145 range, you can see once, twice, three times, four times, it has reversed 5 times, 6 times even. So honestly, guys, that was a very, very strong level. And the other level was at this 120 only twice. That's why I thought that they might not come back down to this level again. And I was able to come in on this trade very, very strongly, knowing that I was in a good position, as I saw that the 125 was a strong reversal for the 1, 2, 3, even 4 times here, 5 times, 6 times in the last few days, and sorry, I mean months. So yeah, that's why I really, really thought it was a good trade, and unfortunately, I came in at the perfect time here on this trade. So yeah, guys, I would do this on a very, very wide range of stocks. Any stock could potentially have these key levels to watch. And that's why you always want to be kind of scanning through a lot of stocks and have this platform like TradingView with your key levels marked out so you can be sure to know that you're making a good investment and a good trade every single time that you're coming in on a stock. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe the video and keep an eye out on those plays.